We can sit together. It's so beautiful.
Talk. Today we will be talking about the Malcolm X Boulevard, Utica Avenue corridor transit improvements, also known as as the B46 and B46 Select Bus Service. Okay? Now, the Utica Avenue Malcolm X transit improvements has been on the eye for the city for the Better Buses initiative, made possible by our so-called bullshit-ass mayor, who left the city to travel all around the United States for his failed presidential run, Bill de Blasio. And I'm gonna get on his ass later on at the end of this video. But right now, as you can see in this picture right here, the B46 SBS currently use 40-foot standard buses. Okay, as we all know, the service launched 3 years ago, back on July 3rd, 2016. Its original launch was supposed to be back in fall 2015, but it was pushed back due to the buses not ready, due to street improvements being done, as well as machines being installed at the time. Okay, as you can see in the picture, you got the 2015 New Fly XC40 unit number 7313 on the B46 SBS. That bus since then has been decommissioned to local service when the 2018 New Fly XC40s came onto the B46 Select Bus Service as SBS routes in the new Cuomoized scheme equipped with Wi-Fi and USB ports. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get right into the commentary. Presentation overview, project background, existing conditions and analysis, proposals, and the next step. Okay guys, as you can see in this picture on the right hand side of your screen, you have the intersection of Utica Avenue, Malcolm X Boulevard, and Fulton Street. And as you all know, both the B46 local and the B46 SBS stops before the traffic lights on each side of the street, heading towards Bed-Stuy in Williamsburg and also heading towards Kings Plaza. Alright? As you all know, Utica Avenue, Malcolm X Boulevard is also a stop on the I&D Fulton Street line on the A and C lines. Okay? And as you all have heard of, as of back on September 19th, which was 3 days after the 2020 to the 2024 capital plan program was released by the MTA, the MTA announces bus service enhancements, including use of capacity, including increased use of longer articulate buses to add capacity. And we all know this is for the B46 SBS along Utica Avenue and Malcolm X Boulevard. As we all know, the B46 SBS operates between the Kings Plaza Shopping Center and Bedford-Stuyvesant, DeKalb Avenue, Malcolm X Boulevard. The B46 SBS does not serve the Williamsburg Bridge bus terminal. For service to the Williamsburg Bridge bus terminal, you can use either the B46 local. SBS customers can take their SBS tickets to local bus operator, and the bus operator will honor that and let you on the bus and let you ride all the way out to Williamsburg. Or B, a faster scenario, you can connect with the J train at Kosciuszko Street, or you can walk along Broadway to the Myrtle Avenue Broadway station stop and connect with the J&M trains there. That can take you down to Marcy Avenue. Alright? So an article right here at the MTA says, conversions from standard buses to articulated vehicles on the B46 Select Bus Service route will add more seats, reduce crowding, and result in recurring annual savings of $2.4 million. Okay, The Metropolitan Transportation Authority, known as the MTA, announced today that it plans to enhance service on 5 bus routes, benefiting a total of 65,000 customers to ensure ridership demand is met adequately and to operate citywide bus service more cost efficiently and effectively, while netting annual savings of $2.1 million. Okay. No, skip that article. As New York City Transit continues to modernize its bus fleet, it is increasingly adding vehicles with longer buses equipped with better technology and customer-facing amenities on high ridership routes that travel on streets that accommodate larger vehicles. By implementing these 60-foot-long articulated buses, more customers can be accommodated in one vehicle, thereby significantly increasing service without adding more vehicles to already crowded streets. Now, as we all know, as I mentioned earlier, the B46 SBS currently use the 40-foot standards, okay? And the B44 SBS uses the 60-foot articulated buses, okay? Okay? So from time to time, I visit the corridor, and the corridor does get jam-packed. If you've been to Utica and Eastern Parkway, Utica Avenue and Church Avenue, because you know those two stops right there will be jam-packed and crowded. But the only issue I see with the B46 SBS using the articulated bus routes, I would like to see how the buses could be able to handle the curvy turn. As you know, as the bus crosses along Flatbush Avenue, crosses Avenue U, then it goes into the left lane turn to turn into the bus lane, to turn into the bus terminal for buses only. The bus will have to make that turn to go right into the terminal, to stop right in front of the Kingston bus terminal. My concern is, how is that 60-foot long articulated bus is going to handle that turn? I'm pretty sure it can handle that turn because that bus has a very wide turn radii, if you ask me. And another concern in Bed-Stuy, when the bus goes straight along Malcolm X Boulevard, turns right onto Broadway, I would like to see how that bus handles that turn, because I'm 100% positive that bus can handle the turn along Broadway and make that right turn onto DeKalb Avenue, and then make that left turn from DeKalb Avenue onto Malcolm X Boulevard to originate service from there, okay? So some training needs to be done from there. And also for Kings Plaza bus terminal to accommodate 60-foot long articulated buses along Utica Avenue. I'm pretty sure that. Whoa. I'm just assuming. I don't know. I don't know how the MTA is going to work this. Two case scenarios. Either A, make the current bus stop in front of the Kings Plaza Shopping Center longer to accommodate articulated buses. Move the B9 bus stop somewhere further up along terminal, or B, have the articulated buses make that left turn from Flatbush Avenue onto Avenue U and create a bus stop from there, and then have the B46 SBS originate on Avenue U between Flatbush and East 54th Street, then make that bus travel along Avenue U, left turn onto East 56th Street, left turn onto Avenue T, and then right turn onto Flatbush Avenue, then regular routes. If you catch my drift. If you catch what I'm saying. Okay? Okay, where is I? Oh yes. By implementing these 60-foot long articulated buses, more customers can be accommodated in one vehicle, therefore significantly. Well, we already mentioned that. This conversion follows a similar conversion on the B38 bus routes earlier this month, where NYC Transit successfully added more seat capacity with the longer articulated buses benefiting more Brooklyn customers. As I mentioned earlier, that the longer buses that are riding on the B38, they came from both Kingsbridge and Pelham Bay Gun Hill depots collectively from the Bronx. Those buses that are running on the B38, they came from the Bronx. Both Kingsbridge and Gun Hill collectively. Not separately, collectively. Alright? Benefiting more Brooklyn customers. For schedules to be implemented in January 2020, NYC Transit plans to adjust service on 5 routes. Well, we're just only going to mention the B46 route, okay? The B46 SBS route, okay? Longer 60-foot articulated buses will replace the 40-foot standard buses on the B46 Select Bus Service route, increasing capacity from 85 customers per bus to as many as 115 customers per articulated bus. Operating these longer buses reduces the number of vehicles on the streets, helping to reduce congestion while increasing the efficiency of each articulated bus. Due to the longer length, some stops will be extended to ensure that the bus can fit within the stop space without interfering with traffic intersections and driveways or create a safety hazard for customers, pedestrians, and motorists. No stops will be removed. Like I said earlier, all the stops will remain the same. Alright? Okay. The free conversion to articulated buses on the B46 SBS will provide an annual current of savings of $2.4 million, while additional service on the B46 SBS will be implemented on January 5th, 2019. And I got that information from Matthew Rocks 96 on Instagram. Shout out to him for presenting that information to me, as well for everyone else on Instagram who follows him. So the B46 SBS will be converted into articulated buses on January 5th, 2020. Very similar to the BX6 local, which converted from 40-foot standards to articulated buses back in January 2019 of this year, when in fact it converted to articulated buses just 1 month earlier. Number 1, project background. B46 Select Bus Service. B46 is Brooklyn's busiest bus route with overall of 38,000 daily riders. Connects West Side to the 3, 4, A, C, J, and Z trains, and also 30 bus routes. Upgraded to Select Bus Service back in 2016, I already mentioned that. Southbound ridership is up in West Side, but bus speeds have slowed down on blocks without bus lanes. Okay? So, as you can see in the picture on your right, you see the intersection between Fulton Street and DeKalb Avenue in a circle, okay? And that map was back in 2016 with the SBS operating between Kings Plaza and DeKalb Avenue, and the local bus service operating between Kings Plaza and Wilsonburg Bridge Plaza. Alright, so the southbound bus lanes will be added between DeKalb Avenue going down to will be added from DeKalb Avenue all the way going down to Fulton Street to accommodate transit signal priority for the buses and to make sure that the buses get speed up 20% faster than what it is right now. Community Board Outreach 3 Initiative. 619 respondents across Community Board 3. 83% regularly ride the bus. B46 is the second most used route. Used routes, 83% yes or 70% no. Bus routes used. Okay, you guys, as you can see right here, at number 1 is the B44 Nostrand Avenue, Nostrand, Bedford, Rogers, New York Avenue, Lee Avenue bus corridor at number 1 with 355. B46 is in the distant second place with 250, followed by B25 with 212, followed by B38, B26, B15, B52, B54, B43, B47, B57, B48, B49, B7, and the Q24 in last place with 1%. Mayor's 2019 State in the City removed bus speeds by 25% by 2020. Better Buses Action Plan released in April 2019. 24 priority projects announced for 2019 to increase bus speeds across all 5 boroughs. Okay, guys, so the Better Buses Plan Action is a separate document from what I'm reading right now. The Better Buses Action Plan, I'm going to leave that down the link. I'm going to leave that link to that in the description box down below. You guys can read that on your own because the document is very big and it's over 200 pages long, and I ain't got time to read all that, okay? Better Buses Action Plan. Utica Avenue, Malcolm X Boulevard, as identified as a 2019 priority project due to slow bus speeds, 3.4 miles during peak hours compared to an overall average of 6.7 miles per hour in Brooklyn. Unreliable travel times, high ridership, high volumes of buses every 2 minutes per direction during peak. So what the MTA is trying to do, they're going to make the B46 SBS into full-blown articulated bus routes. So you will see less bus routes, but bigger and longer buses. Instead of you guys seeing 2 to 3 short standard buses in a bunch per bus routes per hour. Okay, so Malcolm X Boulevard, Utica Avenue is at number 21. The next commentary what I'm going to do with a Better Buses Action Plan, I'm going to hit Church Avenue next, because that's soon to be next on my hit list. Bus speeds. B46 southbound bus speeds from Chauncey Street to Atlantic Avenue. Okay, as you guys can see, from 12 a.m. through 5 a.m., B46 local bus route speeds an overall average between 5 to 7 miles per hour. And from 6 a.m., that's when B46 SBS starts to kick in. And from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., B46 is slow from 2.5 miles per hour to 5.5 miles per hour from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., when ridership is the highest. Okay? So, low bus speeds, high ridership is not a good match, y'all. It looks like the miles per hour gets higher from 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., all the way to 11 p.m. when B46 SBS service ends for the day. Number 2, existing conditions and analysis. Existing conditions. Fulton Street to Atlantic Avenue. Bottleneck approaching Atlantic Avenue causes traffic backup. Department of Education authorized parking only from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. School staff parks in off-street lot and on Fulton Street. Curb is mostly empty even after Department of Education only hours. Average occupancy is 7% from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And as you guys know, there's a high school that is located right out of the Utica Avenue subway stop on Fulton Street, and that high school is located on Malcolm X Boulevard, Utica Avenue, between Fulton Street and Atlantic Avenue. Existing conditions: Chauncey Street to Fulton Street. Southbound traffic backs up the block from Atlantic Avenue onto this block. Traffic and parking block buses from accessing the stop. Buses sometimes board from through the lane. In 12 hours, 19 vehicles park on this block. Okay? As you guys can see, traffic is back up. People have to board the buses from onto the street due to the buses' inability to get onto the bus stop so that bus customers can board in a safely fashioned order. Oh man, look at this guy in this left-hand picture wearing a pink do-rag, looking directly at the camera. Like, dude, nobody wants to take a picture of your ass. The photographer was taking a picture of the bus which is being blocked by all the vehicles in front of it due to its inability to get to the bus stop. Nobody's taking a picture of your ugly ass. Alright? So I don't even know why you look at the camera. Don't you hate when you take a picture of something, don't you hate when people looking for clout, looking to instigate something, looking to like get in your lens just to start something? Like, I hate that shit. Like, for real. Please. As you can see, traffic is blocked up, and this is the northbound section, as you can see on your right hand side. Existing condition: Bergen Street to Atlantic Avenue out northbound. 3 blocks of bloodstains approach Atlantic Avenue in summer 2016. Buses bypass traffic ways. Overnight parking remains. Bus speeds improve 17 to 26% during peak hours. Okay, this is existing. Bus lane, off-peak parking lane. Travel lane 10 inches. Bus lane 11 inches. Travel lane on the other side, that's the west sidewalk. East sidewalk is travel lane 10 inches, parking lane 9 inches. Okay? Proposal. Curbside bus lanes. Fulton Street to Atlantic Avenue, southbound only. Overnight parking remains. Allows buses to bypass traffic approaching Atlantic Avenue. Improves traffic flow. Existing 20 at each side of the sidewalks. East side of the roads. Combined travel and parking lane. Proposal. 11 inches parking lane. 11 inches bus lane, off-peak parking lane. 10 inches travel time. On the other side, 10 inches travel lane, 9 inches parking lane. Okay? Look at this curve. Utica Avenue onto Fulton Street and approaching Atlantic Avenue. That's southbound. Northbound, they're just gonna have the bus lanes go only all the way up to Atlantic Avenue. And going down south from St. John's Place all the way to Avenue N, Fillmore Avenue, along Utica Avenue, there's already bus lanes. There's bus lanes already installed. Proposal: B46 to upgrade to longer articulated buses 2019-2020. After upgrade, install curbside bus lane. Chauncey Street to Fulton Street, southbound only. Overnight parking remains. Allows buses to bypass traffic approaching Atlantic Avenue. Improves traffic flow. Okay, these 2 pictures right here are already explained in the previous slide, so moving on. Number 4, next steps. Okay, next steps. Back in 2018, Community Board 3 outreach already done. Malcolm X Boulevard, Fulton Street, September 2018, already done. 2018, Boys and Girls High School on Fulton Street at the corner between Malcolm X Boulevard, Utica Avenue, and Atlantic Avenue, already done. Late 2018 or 2019, Proposal Development, already done. May 2019, Community Board 3 Transportation Committee, already done. June 2019, Community Board 3 Full Board, already done. Summer 2019, implement Fulton Street to Atlantic Avenue, already done. 2019 or 2020, upgrade to articulated buses. As you guys already remembered, Flatbush Depot was supposed to receive an overall total of 57 2019 New Flyer XD Excelsior articulated buses for articulation of both the B44 and B46 select bus service. Okay? There is something going on with the order. The order is taking too slow, it's taking too long time. So the B46 right now is stuck with the short 44 standard buses. As soon as the order kicks back in, then the articulated buses will start taking over for the B46 SBS. Alright? And as you all know, 2016-2017 Nova Bus LFS Arctics from the Michael J. Quill Depot has made its presence known on the B44 SBS route. The units are 5439, the bus that started it all the way to 5443. So that's like an overall total of 46 buses right there. Right there. And I intend to catch that bus before it goes back to Michael J. Quill Depot. Because those buses are only loans, okay? Remember that. They're not staying there for long. Those are just loans. Loans, alright? Since Michael J. Quill Depot took the 2019 XC60s that was meant respectively for both the Flatbush Depot for B44, B46, and Clara Hale for the M15. Okay, TBD, implement Chauncey Street to Fulton Street, to be determined, okay? Thank you. Questions? Okay guys, before we wrap this up, I need to talk to you guys about a matter, okay? As we all know, as of last Thursday, our hometown baseball team, okay? The prestigious, the most honorable Major League Baseball team in history, which is also New York's favorite baseball team, the 27-time World Series champions, the New York Yankees, have become the brand new 2019 American League East champions. Okay? As you all know, they earned that title by beating out the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim 9-1 when they visited the stadium back on Thursday. And now we're playoff bounds. Okay? And 10 years has been way too long since the New York Yankees have won the World Series, have been in a World Series, let alone win a World Series. You understand me? 10 years has been way too long. Alright? Okay? We since then currently we have 19 AL East titles to our name. Alright? And October is just around the corner, okay? So how did the Yankees become the 2019 AL East champions, you ask? Okay, when the season started, right? The Yankees started in second place in the American League East. Just a few games behind the Tampa Bay Rays, because at the time when the season started, Tampa Bay Rays were number 1 in the AL East, and the Yankees were number 2. And the Toronto Blue Jays were number 3, the Baltimore Orioles was number 4, and way down in last place was the quote-unquote defending World Series champions, the Boston Red Sox, who we all damn well know that cheated against us 60-1 in last year's American League Division Championship Series. Okay, so we don't play that shit. We beat the Red Sox the fuck up. We beat them up, okay, and we beat up the Rays too. How do we become number 1? In May, when the Yankees played against the Rays, we beat them and we took the number 1 spot away from them. And Boston tried to catch up too. They ended up being number 3 because both the Yankees and the Rays laid the smackdown on the Boston Red Sox and knocked their ass back down to number 3. You understand me? Okay? So as the season progresses, on and on, the Yankees lost some players here and there to certain injuries, okay? It's like every other day, we lose a player to injury, and we still manage to hold a sizable lead in the American League East. If that's not persistency, I don't know what is. So you can keep your constant Yankees suck and Yankees ain't shit and blah 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 blah. Let me tell you something. We are in it and we are here and we are in it to win it. This year, the Yankees will become 28-time World Series champions. And all of you butthurt Boston-ass Red Sox fans can go sit the fuck down, because ain't nobody got time for your whiny ass shit. We got your title by knocking you the hell out. We beat you so badly all throughout the season. We beat you out here in New York at Yankee Stadium. We beat you out in your hometown of Fenway, in your bleak, boring ass stadium of Fenway Park, and we even took this rivalry overseas to London, England, back in back on June 29th to June 30th. We won that series. We beat you the fuck up. Okay? It was like Yankees versus Red Sox playing the London series back in 2019 of this year. Yo, I watched the game on Fox and on ESPN. The game was 5 hours long. Okay, 5 hours long. And as you all know, London is ahead of New York by 5 hours. When it was 2 p.m. in New York while the Yankees and Red Sox were playing, it was 7 p.m. over in London, England. Alright? 5 hour difference, y'all. 5 hour difference. Man, watching the Yankees versus Red Sox play for 5 hours straight, it's like watching the Super Bowl. It's like watching New York Giants versus the New England Patriots playing, okay? Because what I saw, it was not Yankees and Red Sox. It was Giants and Patriots, okay? And I'm not even going to mention the Jets because the Jets got no game, please. And I'm going to repeat a second with the Jets is like, this is how the Jets roll. They have a horrible season. They fire a head coach for that season. They hire a new head coach for the following season. Have a shitty ass season, and then fire the head coach for that season. It's like an ongoing cycle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Yankees fans, we need to hope and pray and rally this team together because this is the year we're going all out. We're going all out, okay? We might take on either Minnesota Twins, Cleveland Indians, or the Tampa Bay Rays in the division series. We have to win that. And then when we go to the championship series for the American League, we might have to take on the Astros. We're going to beat the Astros the fuck up for what they did to us back in 2015 in the wild card games and in 2017's American League Championship Series game. We're going to beat them up, and when we make it to the World Series, we don't care which team in the National League that we go up against. Either will it be either Chicago Cubs or the Atlanta Braves or the Los Angeles Dodgers, okay? We're going to beat them the fuck up, and we are going to make it to 28, okay? So, for all of my New Yorkers who are watching this, okay, pray for your team. Rally behind your team. Do what I do. I pray for the Yankees. I rally behind them. Pray for your team. Rally for them. Let's get pumped up for October because we're going all the way out. We ain't stopping at Boston. Just because we beat the holy daylights out of Boston and knocked their asses out before October came and knocked them out of American League contention before October came, we're not stopping there. No, this is just the beginning. We're just the beginning. The chase for 28 is still on. The road for 28 is still on. And for Bill de Blasio, who is a quote-unquote diehard Red Sox fan, you do not deserve to be mayor of this city. You do not deserve to be mayor of this city, okay? You went around all the country for your failed presidential election run. You were campaigning in Puerto Rico, campaigning in New Hampshire, and campaigning in Iowa, which was taken over by Elizabeth Warren, who's a sizable lead for the 2020 Democratic race right now. That could have been you. Oh, wait. Correction. It will never be you, bitch. It will never be you, okay? It will never you. It will never be you, alright? So mark my words, de Blasio, whether you like it or not, this is not your city. You're not one of us. You will never be one of us. This is our city. This is Yankee City, not Red Sox Town. And man, I cannot wait for the next election to come because we're going to vote you out and send you back to Boston where you belong. And all those who are watching me, who are watching this and listen to me, Bill de Blasio is a Red Sox fan, not a Yankees fan. Do you hear me? De Blasio is a Red Sox fan. Alright? So without further ado, October is right around the corner. We all need to rally up together and pray for our Yankees. Make sure that they win the division series as also as the Championship Series and also the World Series. So that 27 become 28. Man, we haven't had this long time. Well, we haven't had this long drought between the World Series of 1981 and 1996. Before the Yankees won in 96 when Derek Jeter was a captain at the time, did you know that between 96 and 81, Yankees have not been in the World Series for 15 years between 1981 and 1986? Have you known that? I mean, what 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 sports team in New York has won anything since de Blasio has become mayor? Okay, because under Rudy Giuliani's mayoral leadership, the New York Rangers have won the Stanley Cup back in 1994, and the Yankees have won 4 World Series, one in 96, and back to back in 98, 1999, in the millennium year of 2000. Okay? I don't care what you hoes have to say. The Yankees is the number 1 team in this city, and you cannot deny that fact due to the history. If you guys go on the Yes Network channel and watch Yankeeography and watch all the history of the New York Yankees and how they won all these World Series wins, you also get to see the player that used to chew the bubble gum, Mickey Mantle. You get to see Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, Alex Rodriguez, Roger Clemens, and so on and so forth. Alright? That is how legendary this team is. It is time to bring back honor and prestige back to this team. Okay? Those 27 world title wins aren't for nothing. We are going all the way out. We already beat the daylights out of Boston, and we're not stopping there. And if and when the Yankees do win the World Series, I wonder what Bill de Blasio is going to do for them. They better have that parade in Midtown Manhattan. And if they don't, we are going to riot and protest and march all throughout the city and oppress you, de Blasio. Because you're not one of us. You're a Boston bottom, you know what. You're not even part of the city. You have no respect for our police department. You have no concerns for our subway system. You don't even respect the New York Yankees, let alone any other sports team here in the city. Shall I go on? I mean, what is the one thing de Blasio has done for the city? Absolutely nothing. But yeah, he wants to come over here and talk about better buses initiative. Man, sit your ass down. That was implemented when Bloomberg was mayor back at the time. Okay? You ain't do nothing. Nothing. Okay, guys. Long story short, because my face is sweaty right now, please, all of New York City and all of the entire New York State that's watching this, pray for the Yankees, okay? This is the year that we win our 41st American League Championship title, as well as our 28th World Series win. Okay, we've already got our 19th American League East Championship. Okay, we want that NL pennant, and we want that World Series win, and undo the wrongness that has been done the last 2 years. Because I remember when the Yankees played in the American League Championship Series and they lost to them dirty redneck Houston Astros, I was hurt, y'all. I felt heartache, alright? I felt heartache, okay? And in the following year, when the Yankees played the Red Sox right here in hometown of Yankee Stadium at 16-1, I was not only heartache, I was despair. I was in despair, and I was feeling all types of anger. Like, yo, I felt like I wanted to go to the baseball bat and just fight any Red Sox fan I see out there, okay? Because they have no business in our city. De Blasio has no business in our city. All right. So long story short, people, please, Yankees need our support. We have been through so much this season. We have lost every player to injury. We've had a sizable lead in the American League East. We've already have 102 wins so far. Like, why stop there? We can go all the way out. You understand me? We can go all the way out. American League Series Championship, 41. World Series title, 28. Come on, let's make this happen. And we can shove it in de Blasio's ugly, smug-ass face. He doesn't deserve to be mayor of the city, let alone be in New York. Because what New Yorker will support a sports team for Boston is beyond me. That's stupid. It's like you going to another state and you supporting some team in New York. Because I know for a fact that some state teams here don't like New York. They don't. They despise us. So once again, guys, thank you for watching this commentary. Let's pray and root and support for the Yankees and make sure that they bring home that 28th title back to New York City, because we're going to have a party. Like how we had a party this past Thursday when the Yankees win their 19th AL East title. That's the type of party that we want to see when they win the World Series this year. So once again, guys, thank you for watching this commentary. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about articulated operations coming soon to the B46 SBS late this year into early next year on January 5th, 2019, please write your concerns in the comment section down below. And please pray for the Yankees, because I'm a native New Yorker, okay? I've been rooting for the Yankees since childhood, okay? I've been to the old Yankee Stadium, and I got this binder, and on the back of the binder, it had all the years that the Yankees won the American League Championship, and it has also all the years that the Yankees have won the World Series. Alright? Like, I'm a diehard native New Yorker, and I'm a pure Yankees fan at heart. And I will always love my Yankees, regardless. Through the good times, the bad times, the downright ugly, I will always love the Yankees. Because the Yankees, whether you like it or not, the Yankees are the heart and soul of baseball. And all those who don't like it, oh well, that's too bad. The Yankees are the #1 baseball team in all of Major League Baseball, whether you like it or not. And that goes for you too, Mayor Bill de Blasio. Whether you like it or not, this is Yankee City, and this is Yankee City, and Yankees are the #1 baseball team in all of Major League Baseball, whether you like it or not. And on that particular note, ladies and gentlemen, oh, and also congratulations to the New York Giants for winning for their first win yesterday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, you guys, this is Norman with the Transportation Hub YouTube channel, who is both a fan of the New York Yankees and the New York Giants, and a native New Yorker who supports his team, unlike certain people, signing off. And I will see you guys, as always, at the next stop.